Hello and welcome to our Friday check-in. So I have not highlighted anything on my list. We're gonna do that in real time together. Woo! Just a little update. Because this is the end of June, I wanted to make sure that I had time to get everything that I needed to for my June goals. If you recall, I have this nifty summer 2018 master task list. And in here I have like the things I want to make sure I get done by June. So I have been doing pretty good in May. I actually got through everything, and I wanted to make sure for Thursday and Friday, the last days of the month, that I could actually get through the most important things, and I had a couple different time commitments. So I just wanted to make sure everything got done. So I just took a piece of rodeo paper, which I love. Rodeo paper is the best. And I did some time blocking. I don't normally do this. I don't like time blocking. I don't like constraining myself in this kind of way, but I really, whenever things get hectic, I go back to time blocking. So I did this on Thursday morning as part of my planning for the day, and it's good. It helped me this week. So that's just a little thing on what this is. I just put it between the two pages for Friday. So let's go to our actual list here. Maybe I'll do it on this side since that side's a little crazy with stuff. Okay, so I did draft my research statement. I don't know if I love it. I tried to do something with Kung Fu. I don't really know that much about Kung Fu. I know some, not that much. Okay, so I don't know if I actually like that. I did manage to revise the paper. Get the house organized. I'm not gonna check that off. The living room is still kind of chaotic, so I didn't really do that. Got the car. I did reply to the student who wanted to know about grad school. Conducted the 2 meetings. I got the agenda to my boss, which was what my part of that was. And I did prep for the 4 classes. So let's go on the other side. Let's see, I did print, markup. I did not free write. It turned out I didn't need to. I could kind of address my advisor's comments either in footnotes or by changing the body of the text. So I'm not gonna mark that off. I did modify the paper, but I did not resubmit it. So right now my advisor currently has my narrativism chapter, and he plans to get comments to me by next week for that chapter. I don't want to give him another thing while he's already got that one thing. Like, I don't want anything to get lost in the cracks, so to speak. So once he gives me back the comments on the narrativism chapter, I will send him the Brian paper, and we'll just keep shifting around until something gets better. Okay, so I did that. I drafted the research statement. I did, in that process, I did review both of those sources, the material from Sarah, who's our placement director, and from the book the professor is in. I finished all of my classes for last week, so including that one that I had the block on. I read the Indian philosophy section, although my group failed. Right now, our group is in Colorado, Arizona, Indiana, and then Japan, and we suck at time. So that failed. But I did my reading. I did that part of it, and we're just gonna try again next week. So I did draft the timeline for the GOA stuff. I didn't get approval from my bot. Like, I sent it to her, and I was like, oh, we're having these meetings then, and then she didn't get back to me. So I assume she just had other higher priority things to go. So I'm just moving forward until someone gets mad at me. And I did manage to organize and have those meetings, and I responded to that student. Bonus thing that got done this week, or didn't get done, it got started. You can see over here on this plan, I thought I was going to read Zimbecki's. I actually finished the Brian paper on Wednesday, basically. I reviewed it on Friday because I wanted to let it sit for 24 hours, but I actually had time to do some Zimbecki's, which is part of my, the readings from my proposal meeting. I really have to engage in the literature to work on chapter 3, and chapter 3 is coming up here because I've done the Brian thing, I've done the narrativism thing. I really need to start cooking on that one. So I managed to get some of that in. Unfortunately, the introduction, which is the thing I'm currently trying to read, is like 90 pages in the PDF. And it's an introduction, so it's not that easy to read. It's not like I'm just looking for what this one guy is arguing. I'm like going through the history of cognitive penetration. So we did work through it some. I thought I was gonna work through it more, but I actually needed this time to work on course prep. So there's that. But I got some of it in, which was a bonus. It wasn't on this list. So yeah, sometimes that works out and you get a little bit extra work in. So that was a good day. Okay, so that was Friday. This was a good week. I got through the majority of stuff. The house needs attention. We need to figure out how to work in the 20 minutes of house cleaning a day. I really want to do that so I don't have to give full days up on my weekend to cleaning. But you know, that stuff just, it's a work in progress, you know. I'm still learning to adult, like most of us are. Okay, well, that's it for this check-in. So I will see you guys on Monday with a fresh new list. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.